Hello and welcome to the channel Gaming Like a Noob. I'm the Noob and I call myself Sansomi. And today we're going to start Season 4 of this Welling United where we play Football Manager 2021. And yeah, I think we're just going to go through here because we do have our games pretty soon and we want to see if we can get those players signed that we are trying. This Queen of the South, Lone Craig. I guess that's somebody on our list. Craig has just signed from Hearts, from English outfit Tottenham from a free transfer. Yeah, I guess that was one of the players that we tried to sign. Yeah, but didn't want to, of course, because we are so far down. Let's say training in week. The goalkeeper has been really good, so let's give him some praise. And that one, he's not been very good then. Not nice to see. Let's move on. We're going to face Chester in our very first game. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see here now what we can put together on the pitch. To see if we have a chance against Chester. Let's hope for a good start of this season, like we did last season. Manning is set to sign. Let's accept that he is leaving us. That's a less of that's salary that we get rid of. And let's see, what's this? Hampton wants to approach for Wright. Ellison Wright. That is a midfielder, and I think I do have so many good midfielders, and he's got a lot of potential, but I think he's not going to get much time with all those brilliant central midfielder that I have, so I'm going to lend him out. I mean, we're going to get 35 per playing monthly fee, unused. Yeah, £35 a month. And they're going to pay 70% when he's playing and 80% when he's not. They're going to use him as a regular starter. I think I'm going to lend him out to them. So let's do that. That could be good for him and good for us, because maybe he will become a better player of that, because of that. And yeah. And they've signed Manning. Yeah, that's the player that we wanted to leave out. I was thinking about the player that we're going to lend out, but so I wanted to be able to compile information. So that's what I was worried about. Just homegrown players, and here's... Yeah, we did bring him in from Arsenal or something like that. Yeah, that's right. That's another very good striker. So we're just going to have to see what's going to happen here. I think I've cleared the entire team, so it's going to be tough. But of course, we're going to be going with last season's superhero, Toby Egan. Now, as a right defender, I know that it's Uludare have been the first choice. I do know that Dylan Thistles has a potential to be a superstar here, but he's not there right now. The question is Uludare even better? He's a little better in the star rating, and I don't think we have any other right defender that fighting. That's Harry Bristwater as well, but he's also very promising and not very good at the moment. So, and that's all, isn't it? He's injured, and yeah, pretty much a midfielder as well. So he's not going to be taking that position. So the question is, will I use one of these promising players, or will I use the player that probably is the best at the moment? I think I'm going to go with the one that is best at the moment. And then I remember Mark Muir was probably our best, and then we had Charlie Wiggett as well. Yeah, those two were very good defenders. And then a left defender, of course, I did have Dan Butler or Joseph Rabbits, and looking at Joseph Rabbits, he's a bit tired here. But when we look at this, he has potential to be a really good player. Well, Dan Butler is an old man, but is better at the moment. So maybe I should use... I think I'm going to go with Dan Butler for this game. It's a premiere. We want to put in the best team that we can. So on the right midfielder, we want to have Daniel Bryce, but he's injured at the moment, so we can't use him. After that, Neil Payne, but he's suspended. So we don't have much choice. We have Uduwa or Ben Gladwin, and I think I'm going to go with Ben Gladwin at this point here. Then we have the central midfielders, and I know that this must be the very best one that I have. And then I have these three to pick from as the second best. And then there is these two after that. And I think this is mostly a promising player that has a very high potential, but is not there yet. So maybe Gary Garner is the one that I should go for. Or should I go for Finn Azaz? He has a better potential, and it should be approximately the... I think I'm going to go with Azaz. Boateng is a little lower, but has a good potential as well. So that's what. And the left midfielder, I do have a couple to choose from. I have Freddie Potts. Don't think he's ready though. But Jude... I think we're going to go with the ones that we have lent. We have this young player as well. Very promising, 17-year-old. Maybe we should go with him. I want him on the bench. Let's go with Jude, because there's a player that we have lent in to play on that left midfield to strengthen up. And then we're going to go with the strikers. And I'm going to go with Neil Flaflaran. And he's going to be able to play with Oscar Thorne. I don't remember which three, so he's really good at that. He's not good at that though, so maybe change position on those two, because he can play as a target man good, and he's a lot better as an advanced forward. So yeah, that's our first lineup, and I guess we're just gonna have to pick a couple of substitutes as well. So the question is, should I go with this Polish superstar here? Look at those numbers. I think I'm going to be putting him on the bench. And then in the defense, I guess I want Gump, or do I? Teddy Perkins is another one that is very promising. Gumps, I'm going to go with Gumps. And then midfielders, of course, Gary Gardner then. And then I want a midfield that can play right and left, and Uduwa can play right and left. So I don't think there is any place for Ismaila Boyang right now. So let's put him in, and then we need a striker. And Tommy Woods was... Oh, he's dropping in form, but he's got good potential. Jake Fisher has... Whoa, star rating potential. So let's use Jake Fisher on the bench there. We do actually have Corey Andrews as well, with the pace and stuff like that. So I do think we have quite a lot of players if we get injuries and stuff like that in many of the positions that could save us. But when it comes to... But they're still not going to be as good as the first team, of course. So, but yeah, let's go with this, and let's see. We can see Hughes and Azaz have a link up there, which is good. So let's start this season then. And going to be interesting to see what we can do here. A number for this lad here. I think we're going to give him number 19. And Toby Egan, Finn Azaz is coming in from the last game. Since the last game, Daniel Grimshaw and Gary Gardner played in those games. Okay, let's go to the match. And it's game day. It's nervous. It's a new season. Let's pump our fist and let them go out there and impress me, because we want this. We need this. We need a win here. It's very important that we get a win. In my mind anyway. I want to start out the season in a good way. First game of the season as well. We have a lot of strange things here. Let's go with match overview there. That's the way I want it. And here they come, and outside. Good. Looks kind of interesting in the way of spectators. There's quite a lot of spectators, but it's an away game, and it's against Chester. So, but it looks like they are the better team here at the beginning, and they score. Come on, lads, we're better than this. We're supposed to be better than last season. I'm getting nervous now. We need a little good start as well, in order to bring success. If you start out good, you can win games just by the morale and the hype that you're in at the moment. If you start bad, you could be the better team and still lose a lot of games because you don't get the machinery to work and stuff like that. So I really need to turn this around. So I'm going to throw the water bottle at them and hope that they understand that the season has started. It's important now to prove yourself, to show that you are here to win stuff, and that's the equalizer by Charlie Wiggett. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Whew, we needed that. Good, lads, good. Good. Getting a bit excited here. So, can we turn this around? Can this become our game? Yeah, 3,151 spectators or attendance. So it did look a bit full here. So yeah, it's a bit of a drizzle. It says 23 degrees Celsius. Nice summer weather. Come on. Do I do something about this, or do I just wait and see what happens? Maybe I shouldn't have waited. Here they come, and it's a penalty. Oh no. Toby Egan, you know what you have to do. This is not good. He misses! He misses! Perfect! Thank you so very much. Now, do I have any players that I feel can go out there and help me do something good? Maybe Ghana? How have Azaz played? Azaz hasn't been playing very well, so let's put in Ghana there. How about Gladwin? 6.20. I think we're going to put in Oduwa there. And the strikers hasn't been playing well, so I'm actually going to take out Neil Flavlan. So, and I'm going to be changing this one into a ball-winning defending midfielder. And let's see what happens now. And let's kick this game. Now we've done all our changes, we can't do much more than going into instructions and shout to the players. Let's shout and demand more. And let's maybe go into the instructions and see. we put in a little higher tempo and put this one in at maximum, and then we'll see if we can get something out of this in the last dying minutes here, or if they going to do something about it. Nervously, and it seems like it's going to be ending as a 1-1 draw. Better than nothing, I guess. Wiggett being the best player on the pitch. I think I'm going to be, I think I'm going to go with the unlucky there. And let's hope that that will bring us a better second game. This wasn't very good. I mean, if we look at Chester, where did they come from? Where did they end up last season? Was what I wanted to know. Come on. Let's see here. They are in our, they ended up, they won the playoffs last season from the North, Panorama League North. So yeah, they are newcomers, and we couldn't take 3 points from them. Now that's kind of a bad thing, even though it is, of course, on away turf. So yeah. Quinton Fortune, that's an old Manchester United player, a left defender as he was. So he's a manager for, where is he a manager? Stoke. He's manager in Stoke. Okay. Cool. So the first game is off now. It's done. It's over with. Now we're going to meet Ebbsfleet and try to get those 3 important points. Don't know if we're going to make it though, but let's try. Let's hope for the best. We need to be doing that. Harry Jones does not want to join us on a loan, which is very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. So now we only have 1 player left to cheer for, and that's Joseph Hosek. And let's hope we get him, so that we get a better right defender. At the moment I'm thinking, let's get Uludare out of there, even though he's a better player, and try to use the 2 that has the most potentials. Yeah. So going to be interesting. Welling United announces ticket sales of 318. Having a look at we did lose some money now that we were on a away game. Let's hope that the home game will be better. And yeah, let's just move on. We have to go all the way over there to the Gateshead game before this episode is over. So let's speed it up a bit. And yeah, I think it's a big problem if we don't get that Joseph Hosek, because we could really use a right defender. But yeah, if we don't, we don't. We just have to wait and see, and hopefully we get him. But if we don't, yeah, we did okay last season. Let's hope we can do the same this season, but who knows. Let's dive into this next game, and I'm going to probably use most of the players from the first game, and hope that it was first game syndrome that made them play as bad as they did in that game against Chester. Well, that Chester has made a tremendous amount of good signings in the summer, which gave us problems with them, because I really do want this now. Look at this. we lose out on Joseph Hosek as well, because he agrees to go to Stockport County instead on loan. That's not good. No, we're not going to lend him out, because I think he's going to be one of the players that can actually take the position away from Toby Egan. So, yeah. Let's go on to the game. Let's get this second game. I mean, I did get a bit depressed about only getting a draw in that first game, actually. Feel that it was a very bad start of the season, and we need to improve that for the next game here. So let's see if we can't put in Gary Gardner there instead. And I'm thinking, just for fun, let's put him in instead of Udua. Bryce is still injured, out for another 4 weeks. That's not good. But he's supposed to be quite good. 27-year-old that we have lent. But we need to have our players that are here on loan to be fresh and healthy and stay. Oh, I forgot to change the right defender. I was supposed to go in and give one of the 2 promising players an opportunity to play. Oh well. Let's do this. Let's get on with the game. Still a goalless here. Pretty much been the same in both teams. Been playing just as bad or just as good. I don't know what to say when it's 6.7 or 6.8 and stuff like that in their ratings. Here's a pass to Flanagan, and then he scores! Neil Flahaven! He scores! Oh, great. Oh, he scores, he scores, he scores, he scores. And Welling United, we're up to 4 points. We're in the playoff position. It's the second game. Calm down, Mr. Sensomi Trollbeard. We're a long way to go. The season has just started. Every goal counts. Every point counts. Everything that we can do to get 3 points is what we're doing here, trying to do here. So let's hope for a good start. It's nice that we are into season 4, actually. I think this is going very good. Flaven! 2-0 for Welling United. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We are good. Get that ball away from my side of the pitch. Glad we can get the ball from him. Come on, you're better than this. And that's a good strike by their player. But it's nice. It's nice that we are coming back after that terrible game against Chester, where we didn't create anything, I could say. And here we are already 2-0 up. That's good. And we've been creating some stuff in this game, which we didn't do in the last game. So, and take that one. Yes, he gets it. Oh, the defender read that ball. That's too bad. Here we go. Flyhaven. Here's Gardner. Here's Hughes. Here's Thorne. And there is Zubu Ubaije. And he gets it in, and there is Thorne, and Thorne has a second chance just outside the post. Oh my blimey. But a good first half from my lads. I think that was interesting. Still room for improvements then, though. And they're all calm and composed. Very good. Let's see if we can do a good second half as well, so that we can Sorry about that. Let's see where we are here now. Come on. Well, as long as they don't get any opportunities, I'm happy with it. They haven't had a single shot on target. That's good. Come on. Now, this game is running away from us, and I think I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be putting in Bojang there, the young promising player, and I'm actually going to give Jake Fisher the opportunity to play as a target player there instead of Oscar Thorne, because Thorne was very tired and I want him in the next game. And Gladwin gets injured. That's not good, because we could have used... Oh, crap. Oh well, we're just going to have to play with Azaz on the right midfield position. I wonder if it's long enough for him to get any ratings. Here we go. Hughes. He gets it in, but no. Seems like Ghana's going to pick up that ball. That's good. And here's a ball to Flahaven, and Flahaven makes it 3! Ole, 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 ole. 3-0. And we are pushing Ebbsfleet down from those playoffs positions. And we win the game with 3-0. Marvellous. And Neil making all the scorings. Very promising player. If I don't... Let's have that one and that one. If I remember correctly, I did buy him because he was sacked from Arsenal or something like that. We're going to have a look at him when we come out from here. And we can see Welling United turn dominance into victory in that trade. Yep. Gladwin is out for about 6 days, so let's leave it to physios. And Bojang makes his professional debut. And Classy Flahaven. I'm going to have to give him some praise. Good. And we're going to go into him and see if I was correct. Yes, kicked out of Arsenal last season and picked up by us. And yeah. Did he... No, he's not been with us for that long. Milestones. Scored first senior goals against Ebbsfleet. Signed by Welling United on free transfer in 2023. Yeah, this year. So yeah, it was this summer. When you look at this career stats here, it looks like he played for us last season as well, 22-23, but he didn't. He just didn't play any games for Arsenal that season and signed for us in the summer before the transfer windows closed there, and because of that, it counts as last season. And because he didn't make any games in Arsenal last season, he didn't get any of the years, so to speak, there. So quite nicely, a good player that we have, seems to be a good player that we have picked up here. And you can look at it, he's been playing quite well, actually, in the training games and stuff like that as well. Scored quite a lot of goals there as well. So did we get the money back? We're back at 69,000. So we did get back into that. Looking at the schedule, we should be able to see the attendance, because we forgot about that. 1,349. Now that's not very much. We need to increase that. We need to get more spectators on our games. But we still have Havant and Gateshead left to play in this episode. So let's just move on here. And it's hard because we're happy at the moment with 3 points from against Ebbsfleet here. Sure, it was a bad start against Chester, but we took it out brought it back to us by winning that game with 3-0, which is very, very interesting and yeah, very fulfilling. So let's see. I think I'm gonna, when I end this episode, I think I'm gonna try and find some other right defender or something like that to lend, to see if we can get it up and running. But the strange thing is here now, it's going to be hard for me to change out Udulare because I think he was a good player in this last game. And taking him out might upset and stuff. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. And they've got an offers for that player, which we are interested in. Let's approach to sign, and he doesn't want to sign for us. So York City, they are probably a bit up in the city. No, they're in the same division as us. No, they're underneath us. They're in a division lower than we are, and they are offering a contract to him, and we can't. He won't sign for us, won't even talk to us. That is very disappointing. But yeah, I guess they are professional and we are amateurs, so yeah. They want me to list Teddy Perkins. Now, Teddy Perkins for me, I think, is a promising player, but yeah, it doesn't look like it there then. Chawit is also quite promising, I think, and this one was also, but he's, I don't know what. I try to stay away from those scouting things because it's so easy that I sign a player that I don't need just because we could see that Ellison Wright make a good game for the under-23. So I guess pretty soon, I'm hoping that he will get, that he accept his loan and that he then spend the season down there and come back a better player, and then we can use him the next season. So that would be cool. But yeah, you never know. They want me to change into Daniel Grishaw here, and they want me to use Nathan Udo, but because he's injured, of course. And they want Finn Assas instead of Emil Hughes. I think that Emil Hughes is our best player. I don't want to bring him out. Maybe he's tired, so we will have a bit of a look at that, though. But other than that, I don't want to bring him out, actually, because I like Hughes, and I think he's probably our best player in the entire team, so to speak. So I don't want to bring him out. I don't want to take him out of the team. But yeah, if he's really tired, if he's dead tired, as they say, perhaps we have no other choice than to bring him out. I don't want to injure him because we want to keep him fresh and ready to play in all our important games, of course, as well. So, and now in the start, every single league game and every single game here in the start is important because you want to start out good, and then at the end of the season you can lose a game or two in the league and still be up there. But if you start out the season bad, it's going to be a struggle the entire season, and it's going to be pressure not to lose points in every single game. So we don't want that. We want a good start, and then we can slip up from time to time. But the start is important. We want another win here now and another one against Gateshead so that we have a foundation to stand upon once the season really gets into high gear, so to speak, where we get a lot of games all the time. Now Gladwin, of course, needs to be taken out, and I don't think I have much to choose from. I mean, he's injured. He's still suspended, so it's going to be Udoa. There's nothing else to choose from. And look at him, I don't think he's not tired, so I'm going to use him. I'm not going to be putting Asas in here, that's for sure. Now the question is, Uludare, should I use him or should I use one of these two players? Ooh, they are similar, and to try and find out, this lad has a couple of green numbers, that pace and acceleration and stuff like that. So I'm going to go with Harry Bristwittle. And yeah, let's see if he's better than Uludare. And I need to sell a couple of players as well. But yeah, let's wait with that. Let's try this out. Let's see what happens. Let's hope we can get another 3-pointer here today, but it's going to be tough. Going without some of our better players, but yeah, we just still have a lot of good players. We have Thorn and Flahaven in the attack, which they're both quite good. So yeah, let's give the fans something to cheer about. Doesn't look like there are a lot of spectators in this game, though. It seems like it was kind of slim pickings on the arena and the stadium. And you can see, it looks like maybe I was fooled about the white. Oh, you know what? Are we going to have a TV view instead of a director view? I think this might be. And we zoom out a bit here. This is cool. Gardner, Thorn, Huys. Here's Ubadje. And there's Flahaven. Oh! Just outside the post. So close, yet so far away. Oh well, we're just gonna have to continue to fight for this and see what happens. And we've gone half an hour now, and it's a goalless draw so far. We want those 3 points. You can see Dulwich Hamlets has taking a position in our division, but they have lost their star player to Newcastle, as we talked about before. That right midfielder that can play as a striker as well. Here they come, and oh, thank you for heading that over. Now we've had a lot of shots, 10 shots and 3 on targets. They had 3 shots and 2 on target, so we have had the possession of the ball as well, 55% of the possession. So I'm going to be trying to get them up and running here, because we should probably be winning this game. We have been the better team. Let's not then. Let's see what happens here. They hoist it up, but it's going to come back. And we're going to steal it back, and Gardner finding Flahaven, and he brings it up into the penalty area, and he shoots, and oh, that's an easy ball for the goalkeeper. What was I supposed to do? I was thinking of something. Oh crap. Yeah, that's right, that we go. Yes, we get to Thorn, and Thorn, oh, but he was offside. Unfortunately there. Thorn hasn't started the season very well. I know it's only been 2 games. This is a 3rd. But compared to his last season, he hasn't started. And here he is, making his first goal of the season. Sorry about that. I'm still suffering from some strange things since I did have the COVID. And there's Wiggett. Oh, as I've said, I did suffer from COVID, and since I've had COVID, I guess I have what they call a post-COVID syndrome, or post-COVID or whatever. I'm tired all the time, get dizzy spells, especially when I try to do something like lift something heavy or doing some real serious coughing and stuff like that. The entire world just spins around. I'm sometimes completely stuffed in my nose, so to speak, and it could be rinning. It could be like a flosser just having to blow my nose from time to time. And the next, let's see this first. Flahavan makes it 2. Ba-ding! We have another 3 points. As I said, I could go from a runny nose to a nose that it's hard to breathe through, not because it's filled with something, but because it's dry. The air that I'm breathing in is feeling so incredibly dry that I just have to take breaths like that. And I try to drink a lot of water to try and get rid of that, but it doesn't really help. And the thorn close there. Now you don't want to know about my illnesses here, but yeah, I've been suffering from COVID for quite some while now, and having some post-COVID symptoms, which is making it harder for even. I mean, I haven't been able to work, but I haven't even been able to record a lot either. It's really takes a lot out of you just to sit down and record a video and stuff like that. And I never felt like that before. I've been out of shape most of my life, but I've never felt like these couple of weeks here. It's been tremendously hard for me to do anything. And so, yeah, it's scary. I must say it is scary. But yeah, I did survive the COVID original flu, so to speak. So I just hope that post-COVID isn't anything that is going to be riskful for my life. But I mean, was it a bad? And now I think I've been lucky that it was Omicron, because I think the version that I had was Omicron. I think would I've had the Delta or the first variation, I don't think I would be alive today. So I think that's whether the vaccine works or not. I think that's a bigger reason for me to surviving COVID than the vaccine. The reason that I didn't get the first couple of mutations, but that I did get the Omicron. So yeah, but let's stop talking about that. Let's concentrate on this football game here. And Ellison Wright has agreed to leave the club on loan. And I'm going to be compiling into it and making party comments as well. Let's see where he will be when he comes back. Everything went well there. So it's going to be interesting to see him playing how to join Hampton and Richmond. And hopefully they will use him week out and week in. Hopefully that will bring his numbers up, and he will come back a much better player. Let's see, he was tall, wasn't he? Looked like he was tall, or was it something? Yeah, no, 179 centimeters. So no, not that tall. I thought I read 190 something, but yeah. So Wright is out. Ellison Wright is out on loan, and hopefully, as I said, he will come back a better player, a player that we can use the next season. Because I don't know how the central midfield really looks like for the next season, to be honest, because I mean, he has a contract until 26, so he's pretty much going to stay here until his career ends. Gardner is already 31, has a contract until 25, so he's pretty much going to stay here. How about Azaz? I think he was a bit younger. Yeah, only 22, and only contract until 25, so he's probably the one that is going to leave pretty soon. So yeah, I mean, we do need to find some replacement in that central midfield, and if he comes back a better player, there is a big chance that he will be one of the players competing for that first position in the central midfield, even though I have so many good central midfielders at the moment. I'm very pleased with that part. If the players in the rest of the team, if I had the same problems in the rest of the team as I had in the central midfield, I would be very happy, because then I think we would probably be on our way to the next division. Now here we can see the Premier League have started as well. Manchester United have started with a win. That's good. I wonder if it was Norwich, West Bromwich or Leeds that they won against. Never mind, let's move on. We're going to meet Scott Dow again. So, yeah. We have a lot of... Aldershot has made an approach to sign him. And, I mean, why can't we? Why are all these players getting the interest and we can't? Can we talk to the agent, ask agent about availability? It's good to see that they're interested in... He believes the financial package of offer from Man Utd isn't enough to convince him to relocate. So we have too bad financial situation. We can't pay him the salary that he wants, with other words. So yeah, I don't want to look at this. He's got some good flair, good long shot. He's a 19-year-old midfielder. Now that's a central midfielder, I guess, and that is not something that we need at the moment. We do have all those good players as a central midfield. We could always use him if we knew he was better. I mean, look at the work rate, could be pretty good with 18 at the maximum, 9 at the lowest. I can't do it. I just can't do it. We need to play that game against Gateshead, and then I'm going to be going off camera, and I think during this time here we're going to see if I can find a player to loan to play on that right side or as a defender, or if we're going to have to put in and make our effort to try and get those players better, and hopefully they'll develop this season and become superstars for us. I mean, superstars down here is not like they will be bought by Manchester United and be a vital part for them. Superstars is something that they, in the professional leagues, will want to have. So, yeah. Could be that they signed for some League 2 team like Barrow or Bradford, or also Bradford all the way down there now. I remember them playing in the Premier League not so long ago. Swindon has also fallen all the way down here. Oh, that's just so sad. Really is sad to see all these old huge clubs. Plymouth, another team, Oldham. Some of these teams I've seen play in the Premier League. That's just crazy to think about, that they can lose, fall so far from glory in such a short time. Charlton, they were a Premier League team for many seasons. Oh, Ipswich, they were up there as well. Ah, crap. Sheffield Wednesday was... I've been in London once. It was 1994. And I went to see a Premier League game. I couldn't afford to see Tottenham, Manchester United. Partly because nobody wanted to go with me. Yeah, I was offered to pay if I paid the ticket for the other person, which was £40, which was quite a lot of money back then in '94. He would join me, but that was £80 for me to see United. Now, today, I regret, because United is my favourite team, has been since the early 80s, and of course I would have wanted to see them now. That was 1994. I would have got to see Ryan Giggs. I would have got to see Cantona. I would have got to see so many brilliant footballers that, of course, I do regret it today that I didn't pay those money. But back to Sheffield Wednesday, we did get to see a game, and it was Queen's Park Rangers against Sheffield Wednesday. And it was really an experience, because the football that I watched before that live, I've been to quite a few games in Malmö, Malmö FF, playing, especially when they played out in Europe, facing teams like Inter, Mechelen and stuff like that. This was in the late 80s, early 90s, and the surprise of the atmosphere on the arena when you come to England, and I mean, Queen's Park Rangers against Sheffield Wednesday, that was really low teams, so to speak. I mean, small stadium and everything, and you don't expect it to be the atmosphere that was there. You didn't expect it. It was singing from side to side and stuff like that. And back in Sweden, in those days, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, the spectators yelled a bit and "Come on, Malmö!" and stuff like that, and then it was quiet, and then you could hear when you were close to a goal, you could hear the entire public say, go, "Whoa, that was close." But I had never experienced that before, that atmosphere, not in a club game. I did actually see international games. I did see a couple of games in the Euro 92, which was in Sweden. Sorry for not going on here, just reminiscing too much here. I was at the Malmö Stadium, and I did watch. I did see the game France against England, and I remember seeing one more. I think it was Denmark against France, or if it was against England, I don't remember, to be honest. I think I still have the ticket somewhere, because I've saved my ticket when I went to Copenhagen and watched Michael Jackson on his 40th birthday way back in, I think it was 98 or something like that. So yeah, I do save tickets just as a memory. But yeah, let's see what we can go here. Gladwin looks like he's going to be back, so I guess we're going to be using him if he is. Here we're gonna... Oh, the Lent player is best in training. That's not good for my other players. Or maybe it is. I don't know. It might be that is just what they need to get better. So let's see. We're going to face off against Scott Dow here again, our former player. Let's hope we can put a dent into his campaign. We want to be the team winning. So back in '92, when I watched the Euros in Sweden, of course that was an atmosphere pretty close to the one, but I still think that the atmosphere at Queen's Park Rangers was better, higher, more intense, more noise and everything than it was even when I did watch France against England in Malmö. So yeah, let's get on with this game though. Let's see here. How's Gladwin? How about that? He's 100% it looks again. So let's put him back on because he is a better player there. I'm going to keep Harry on the as a right defender, and pretty much play with the same team that we did. It's only Gladwin coming in, and other than that, it's going to be keeping the same players, and keeping the same players will also give them an opportunity to play, to melt together and to become better together. I want those lines coming up where they have played together a lot. So let's pump the fist here and just go. Fully expect that to continue. Let's put another dent into Scott Dow's campaign. Here's Flahavan and Gardner. And Gary Gardner! What a goal from way out, and it's not even 2 minutes into the game and we are taking the lead. Brilliant, lads, brilliant. And yeah, good start from us in this game. This is the last game of this episode, so let's hope that we end up with a win here as well. Starting out, it looks like if we can get a win here, I think that we have a good start. Even though we only drew in that game against Chester, the very first game, I still think that we've started out really well. So yeah, especially if we manage to win this game, we have started out really well, and very proud of my lads, and I have high hopes that we can get into that playoff position this season as well, if we continue this way, that is, and if we don't get too many injuries, and if we still have that Bryce right midfielder to come back as well from his injury, and we don't know what impact he will have on the team. He could have a good impact and he can also have a bad impact. That's just the way it is. I mean, really good players can have a bad influence on the team to make them play worse. I think that's the problem in Manchester United at the moment. There are some really, really good players in Manchester United, but for some reason things don't work, and I think that's a dressing room problem. I think there are players that's not supposed to play for Manchester United. That's just the way. Let's just keep it at that sort of discussion. I don't think that they should play for Manchester United, those players that can't handle the thing. Now, I don't want to go as far as Roy Keane to whine about players having gloves because they feel it's cold. I know that Roy Keane was a bit angry at let's see here, Varane and Maguire, because they were wearing gloves when we were faced against Tottenham. Now, the only thing that I can let's see here, Flahavan. The only thing that I can defend Roy Keane's statement there is that if you can't handle frozen fingers, how are you going to handle the pain by giving 110 in the game? Maybe you are a little too sensitive if you need the gloves. But on the other hand, if you're willing to take that pain when you give a lot of if you give everything you have in the game, and you're willing to take that pain without any any problems, then if you want the luxury to wear gloves because you don't want to get your fingers frozen, or you just want to feel that better with your fingers, it's okay. But yeah, so we did win this game. Bad thing was we only had 872 spare attendance, and we only won with 1-0, scoring after 2 minutes, and then nothing happens. But it's a win, so it's going to be good. Well done, lads. And it sort of ran away from us, so we didn't get to do any changes and everything. But we're in the second place. Only Filde, who have won all their 4 games, is at top of us. Yeah, I think that's I'm calling that a very good start of the season. And yeah, a very good first episode in this series, and in the 4th season. Now, of course, you know our goals and what we want to get out of this season. Here we can see that he had a quiet game. The moment impressive, as he covered a fantastic amount of ground. Yeah, he did work good. He just didn't have a good game, so I'm not going to complain about to him. So, and yeah, so now I guess we're gonna end this episode. So do like, subscribe, and all that nice stuff. And remember, the subscription does not cost anything. Don't worry about pressing that subscription button to subscribe. I know most things in life, when you do subscribe to things, they cost money, but it's free to subscribe on a YouTube channel. And remember to click into that notification bell, because that's the way you get notifications when I release stuff. And you could see out in the side and stuff like that when I release my videos. If you're interested in City Skylines as well, I do release that every Sunday at 1 Central European Time. That is 1300 hours. And every Tuesday it's this Welling United, and at 8 o'clock and Central European Time at evening. And we have a Manchester United save with the Football Manager 2022. Remember, this is only Football Manager 2021, because we started this way before Football Manager 22 came out. So yeah, I don't think I have much more to say. So stay safe, have fun, and I'll just end with bye 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 bye.